Excellencies, Our Royal Majesties, other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Ogun State is lovely and we are really blessed. This morning we are having in the Gateway State the #1 citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I know we are happy and I know we are glad to see him here in Ogun State. Shall we please put our hands together very, very resoundingly as we receive His Excellency the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much, sir. You're most welcome to the Gateway State. Also here this morning, the chief host of Mr. President is our amiable governor and the chief security officer of the Gateway State. We recognize Prince Dapo Abiodun, CON, MFR. Can we also put our hands together for him? Equally have here this morning, amiable Deputy Governor, Our Excellency, Engineer Naimon Salako Oyedele. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Also, I recognize the presence of our dear former governor and the distinguished senator representing Ogun East Senatorial District, His Excellency Otumba Engineer Benga Daniel. Thank you very much for being here. The Senator of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Thank you so much for being here. I recognize former deputy governors in our midst, beginning with our dear distinguished Senator Adeji Kaka. Your Excellency, you are most welcome. Also, a former deputy governor, Chief Mrs. Yetunde Ononuga, is also here in the house. She is here with her amiable husband, Giwa Abiodun Ononuga. Thank you so much for being here this morning. I equally recognize all other distinguished guests that are here, particularly let me give a special recognition to our host in this place today, and that is our father, the Awujale of Akile Ijebu, His Royal Majesty Oba Sikiru Kayode Adetono, a commander of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Can we together say Kabiyesi? Once again, shall we say Kabiyesi? And for the last time, we say Kabiyesi. We also recognize the presence of His Royal Majesty and the Chairman of the Ogun State Council of Obas, who is the Akaibu of Remo Kingdom. His Royal Majesty Oba Babatunde Adewale Ajayi, CFR FCA, and we use them as point of contact to all our royal fathers that are in the house, both from Ijebu and from Remo. Can we together say Kabiyesi? Thank you very much. We are glad to have you in the house. Excellencies, permit me to also recognize the presence of the Chief of Staff to Mr. President. We are here, Right Honorable Femi Gadabiamila. Thank you so much. Welcome you to Ogun State. I also recognize the National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Ribadu. Thank you so much. Welcome to Ogun State. All other amiable aides from the Office of the President, we are glad to have you. I recognize Senator that represented the Ogun East Senatorial District at the 9th Senate, distinguished Senator Lekon Mustafa. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Members of the National Assembly that are there presently, we are glad to have you in the house. And governors' aides that are here this morning, we're glad to have you. Let me now recognize some of our fathers that are in the house, our foremost industrialists, and our father is here today, Alhaji Suleiman Adegunwa. Thank you so much for being here today. Let me also recognize our father, Chief Michael Adenuga, is equally here in the house, and all other eminent personalities that are here this morning. We are glad to have you. Ladies and gentlemen, let me now recognize the presence of an elder statesman, a nonagenarian himself, and the chairman of the Governors Elders Advisory Council, Chief Olu Okuboyejo. Thank you so much. You are most welcome. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, right now we are going to welcome our dear President to the Gateway State. The right person to do that is no other but the #1 citizen and the Chief Security Officer of the Gateway State. But before I invite him, Let me recognize the presence of the Secretary to the State Government, the man who have been doing a great work around the clock since we received the notification for this visit, Mr. Tokumbo Salabi. Thank you so much for being here. The Deputy Chief of Staff is Dr. Oluwatoyin Saliwo. Thank you very much. Morning, Those that cannot hear you, please pardon me. I like to recognize the presence of the Olori. Because Kabiyesi is doing well, but the Olori is doing better. I recognize Olori, Kemi, Adeton. Thank you very much. We are glad to be in the palace this morning. So right now, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to welcome our dear Mr. President to the Gateway State. The right person for this job is the #1 citizen of our dear state. On that note, I invite Mr. Governor, His Excellency Prince Dapo Abiodun, CON MFR, to please welcome our dear President to the Gateway State. If we are clapping, we can do better. Thank you very much. Please pardon me. Before I hand the microphone over to Mr. Governor, I recognize our former Deputy Governor, Prince Segun Adesina. Thank you very much. I also recognize Olorogun Sani Koku, also in the house. Thank you very much, sir.
President, the people are so overwhelmed with joy. They are taking it in one at a time, and I was reminded to clap at every point in time. His Royal Majesty CFR, the Awujale and paramount ruler of Ijebuland, who is the chief host of today's meeting, the Chief of Staff to Mr. President, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, the National Security Advisor to Mr. President, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, my Deputy Governor, Engineer Noimot Salako Uyidili, His Royal Majesty, the Chairman of the Ogun State Council of Obas, Oba the Akaribo of Remoland, none other than Oba Babatunde Ajayi, CFR. I'll use His Royal Majesty as a point of reference and regards to all other Kabiyesis that are here. Permit me to recognize all members of the National Assembly that are here present, all former deputy governors that are here present. Quite a few of you are here. Let me recognize all of our own foremost industrialists, the son of the soil from Ijebubu, Otumba Adenuga. Let me thank, not recognize, thank our own Olori, who continues to do a good job with looking after Baba. It's a wonderful delight to see Baba looking very healthy and in top spirits, even looking much better from the last time he was publicly seen when it was his birthday. Sorry. Also, I would like to recognize all those who have worked tirelessly in the last 24 hours to make this event possible, members of my cabinet. Your Excellency, Mr. President, a man with uncommon grace, a man who is a living testimony to what I call resilience, determination. The man who, in the last 1 month, has changed the face of governance in Nigeria. The man who has indeed began to walk the talk. During campaign, you preached the renewed hope gospel. Within the first 24 hours in office, you began to give Nigerians, indeed, that renewed hope. Mr. President, on behalf of our Royal Majesty, the entire people, government of this great state, it is my pleasure, and indeed a humble one at that, to welcome you to Ogun State, to welcome you to Ijebu-Ode, to welcome you to our revered Kabiesi's palace on this very private visit. Your Excellency, we want to thank you because you are indeed an Omoluabi. You are an experienced politician. I remember when we were in Paris, one of your colleague presidents said, "This is indeed a renewed dawn for Nigeria." Kabiesi called you and expressed desire to want to come and visit with you. He said to you he would like to come and see you either in Lagos or in Abuja. But of course, in your usual self, he said to Kabiesi, I would rather come and see you. And within 48 hours, sir, you decided, despite your very hectic schedule today, that Kabiesi is your Kabiesi. You fondly speak about him. You fondly cherish the memories of when you were in the trenches and Kabiesi was there with you in the trenches. I must tell you that Kabiesi always reminds us of that journey. It is indeed to the glory of God that you are here today, following very hectic campaigns, as President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria. And Kabiesi, His Royal Majesty, is here, alive, to witness a day like this. We in Ogun State are indeed proud to host you today, because this is your first official visit to any state as President of Nigeria. Of course, this is the state where Olule was coined. This is the state where Eleyi was coined. So this is the state where Emiloko was also. So we deserve to be the #1 state. as we always be number one in many instances. So that note that I want to welcome you to Ogun State. I have no doubt that this brief visit will be very memorable. I will yield the floor to His Royal Majesty, the Ogun State Chairman of the Council of Obas, to also give a few remarks, sir, with your permission.
If we are clapping for Mr. Governor, you can do better than that. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, Mr. President, the Governor reminded you that this is the state of Emilokon. This is the state of Egbekini Yiwa, and the thing had been delivered. And exactly 1 month when the thing was delivered, Mr. President visited that same state. Can we please put our hands together? Right now, with the kind permission of Mr. President, I invite the Chairman of Ogun State Council of Obas, His Royal Majesty Oba Babatunde Adewale Ajayi, CFR FCA, for his own speech. Thank you very much. Your
Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, let me once again welcome you to Ogun State. Our dear Governor, thank you for your kind words. Chief of Staff is still going me a visit. Last time he came to my palace, he said he was going to come back. It's almost 2 years now. I've not seen him. Our former Governor, Otumba Daniel, I greet you, and everyone present. Baba, Deputy Governor too. So let me just stop jumping around protocols and say all protocols duly, like we normally say, well established. I follow that. I didn't know I was going to make a speech, Your Excellency. I thought I was just coming to felicitate with Baba to welcome the President. But be that as it may, it was a tough call for me because I didn't even know that the President is visiting. But Baba cannot tell me. Maybe I saw Baba's call. I said, keep Michelle. Lori, I got to go. So, I don't like, President, you know the sensibilities of our people. And I say, if it's official visit, why is the President not coming to Remo? As your Lordship pleases, sir. As you depend on the, but having said that, I think it's a joy. I've been trying to arrange, I couldn't make it with the traditional rulers when it came to Abuja. And I think it's indeed a pleasure for me to formally, physically congratulate you on a well-deserved victory. I recall when you came to the palace and we said, look, my own then is for you to go and win your primaries. Once you win the primaries, I am sure that God will take us there. And I'm glad that God took us there. Whilst not taking too much time, Mr. President, I want to remind you of what you said when you came to Remo. If you recall, in that private room, you said, Kabisi, this is Shagamu. For the proximity of Shagamu to Lagos, you are surprised at the level of development. This is the time, Mr. President, to walk that talk. I'm going to hold you to that thing, continue. It won't bother you, but we'll continue to remind you that you have a lot to do. Like our governor said, you've started very, very, very well. But in the euphoria of the whole thing, our people, it's a question of 1 week, 2 weeks. We do need urgent palliative to be able to cushion the effect. But these are bold decisions that your administration is taking. We identify with you. On behalf of all our cabinets that are here present, Ekujoko Baba, Alailua, Moki, Ekwadroti, Ekugbabobo, Itedu Gbonomo Yindi, and Shegoni. Thank you for welcoming the President. And Baba Alailua, Awujale, a paramount ruler of Ijebuland. I thank you very much. Thank you for bringing, Letube. Thank you for bringing the President to Ogun State. I congratulate you, Baba. It's a good achievement It's well, what do we even expect from you anyway? You are the friend of all the presidents that we've had in the country. So, what more? Thank you very much. So, Mr. Governor, thank you once again. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, Mr. President.
BSU, thank you very much. Your Excellency, Mr. President, permit me to recognize the presence of the Balogun of Ijebuland. Alhaji Agbola Alausa is also in the house. And Bob Ashua of Ijebuland is equally here. Chief Funlola Okunawo. And the Mayegun of the entire Yoruba land is equally here in the house. Alhaji Chief Dr. Wasiu and Deolasukomi Masha. Thank you very much for being here. With the permission of His Excellencies, I equally invite the Orimolusi of Ijebu Igbo, Oba Jaye Oba Adebajo, to also lend his voice to this meeting. KBSU.
Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Babawa, Your Royal Majesty, Oba Dr. Sikiru Adetono, the Awujale and paramount ruler of Ijebuland. Please permit me to stand on existing protocols. My governor, please. Now, last year, when we were at Abeokuta, I think that is where the campaign started. We were all there. And Your Excellency promised us that Nigeria is going to be great. But if there is no pain, there will be no gain. The road to success is always rough. But at the end, we know that we are going to thank God after the rough road. We all know that people were so anxious. They thought maybe after 1 week when you come in as a president, the whole nation will be flowing with honey and sugar. But that is going to float. But I want our people to be a little bit patient. When we are patient, they said, patient dog eats the fastest ball. We are behind you. We are praying for you. Our Baba always pray for you. And he asks us to pray all the time for the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And we are doing that. And by the grace of God, we will thank God at the end of the first 4 years. And another 4 years. Your Excellency, Eshe, thank you so much.
KBSU. Your Excellencies, His Royal Majesties, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, right now we will invite the host of this meeting. His Excellency let out the cat that Alayelua called on to the President, and the President is here. So I invite His Royal Majesty, Oba Dr. Sikiru Kayode Adetono, a Commander of the Federal Republic. Sheka Sheka BSU.
Your Excellency, Mr. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Ejoba Petrol Governor, only problem with my legs. So, the matter is the most special thing you do, that is all. So, Ejoba, excuse me. But, Mr. President, go back a bit. A young boy, in the way in UK, trying to further my education. When vacancy occurred here, we got 2 candidates available. My father and his brother. But àwọn méjèèjì wọn lè fi bí ìgò kan ó ìlísè paraku ni wọn. But my father ó mọ̀ pé òde tá a wà ló ẹ̀ yìí kò ní àyè fún Jésù. And all he did without even talking. Ó yí bíríbírí, ó yí kàn wá o. Ó láti rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Torí nígbà tí ẹgbẹ́ former president wá, ó láti kàn wá. Ẹni tó gbé yẹn kan tó gbé lọ sí wà bẹ́ẹ̀ president àdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Torí ibi tí ẹ̀dá lè ṣe fún ara ẹ̀ yàtọ̀ sí nǹkan tó lọ́n bá dẹ́sì lólúwa ẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ eléyìí first gbà tó bá ṣọdún bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹ àtúnṣe àwọn àfọyẹ. Èyí àwọn yìí Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Àwọn kankan tó tẹ̀ ẹ́ ṣe ọmọkùnrin lè ṣe báyìí. Ó tọ́ mọ̀ sọ fẹ́ o. Wọ́n bá sọ nǹkan bí àwọn ṣẹ́ẹ̀lì bí ìgbésí for the public. Wọ́n sọ ẹ̀fọn ọtí sọ báyìí o. It has been fantastic. All the changes you are bringing to the country, all the steps you are taking, our appointments, our everything, you distributed it fairly. Kì í ṣe kó bọ́ sójú kan rárá o. Everybody ló ní tiẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Dúpẹ́ yẹn lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ fi sá. Lọ́sẹ̀ yìí ara lè gbé ẹ̀yẹ ṣiṣẹ́ mú ẹ̀ pọ̀ sí i. Ní ìtẹ̀sẹ̀ sí i, I went to Mr. President láti parí nípa subsidy. Told him as to talk. Ní put it us down in the now I'm already 63 years on this throne. Tó bá tẹ̀ yẹ lágídò lẹ́sùn mọ́lẹ̀ pọ́sítítọ̀ ọ̀bọ̀ kó tẹ̀ ní kan lórí ẹ̀ yóò ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí kó tẹ̀ sí kankan lórí ẹ̀. Anti-K, it was nítorí àwọn ọkàn dáadáa ló wà bá tẹ̀ yẹ. Let's go and take them away. I mentioned the names. I told the very bow. Oh, let's see. To the administration, we can only offer advice, can give opinion. responsibility tí ẹ ní responsibility. Yes. But when you took over, ibà ètò ìṣe ó fún àlàáfíà fún ìlú yìí, ó fún wa ní hope in Nigeria. So àgbẹ́kẹ̀lé wa kò nílò fò. Dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Gbogbo ètò kù Ọlọ́run fún ẹ ṣe. Gbogbo tí bàtà ti ta lúkúlùkù wà lẹ́sẹ̀. Ẹni náà wà yàn. Ó máa mú ìrọ̀rùn bá this country. Láàárín ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́. Mo full of pride about you, Mr. President. And I know that you trust me absolutely. Because if I say something or this where I feel, but I don't go on the page of the newspaper. I make it go press. But I asked it before. The way I see it, for me, I want more for me to buy it. But I feel satisfied. I have done that which I ought to do. Sherry, Mr. President, Olúwa lọ sí the promised land. The promised land is taking us there. It's on the way to that place now. Ó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹjọ́ ní ọlá àbúdé bẹ̀rẹ̀. Láfíà ara ló fi ṣe. Gbogbo Nàìjíríà lẹ́yìn lọ́sẹ̀ tí wọ́n bá tiẹ̀ o. Wọ́n gbà pápá àwọn nǹkan tó ti ṣe tó débẹ̀ àtọ̀tà àti kí wọ́n dànù lẹ́nu ọ̀gbẹ́ni ilé ìṣèkìlì yìí. Those enemies are now your friends. Because action, your Excellency. Iwájú ẹ̀fìtì lẹ́sí o, iwájú ló bá máa lọ o. Láti dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Ló ń tọ́ yín sọ́nà. A sì wà pẹ̀lú yín. A wá fún ilé bí àtàláfíà ọ̀fíìsì. Tí ẹ ò tẹ́ ọlọ́run òun bínú. Ló lè àdúrà tá a máa ṣe fún ẹni pé tó bá jẹun jẹ̀bú òde á lọ sanwó ẹ̀ lẹ́pẹ̀ẹ́. Tó bá jẹun tán bí agbọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ dání ẹ̀pẹ́ ló ti ń lọ sàn án. Nípa bẹ́ẹ̀ ní Excellency, honestly, we are all happy. Even one go. Bí n bá rí president ní ìlú mi àná, ara mi àyà gàgà, èèyàn lá. Yes. Whatever tẹ̀lé yẹn o, our president kì í ṣe tó rọ̀ tó yẹn o. I don't make mistake about that o. Tẹ́ ẹ bá rò pé ẹ ṣe bí tẹ́ ẹ bá try ẹ, you know he's not like that. Put in here, but we need others and masters. Ọlọ́run fẹ́ ran Nàìjíríà lọ́wọ́. Ilé ìṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀. There are quite a lot of repairs that need in this country. Èyí lẹ́yìn náà ọ̀rọ̀ yàn tó bá build those repairs in structure of the country. Torí kẹtó débẹ̀ ìyàtọ̀ tá a wà kò tí ì kúrò ní mílítírì rẹ̀ jì. All the policies and they show military something. But now we have civilian regime under your watch and care. All our pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. Àtọ́jú ilé, àtọ́jú ọ̀nà fún ẹ. Pẹ̀lú ògo Ọlọ́run. Ó bá àṣeṣe túnṣe bí a bá ṣe èyí tán a ó ṣe míì sí àṣeṣe túnṣe. Ẹ̀yin ni ẹni náà tí Ọlọ́run gbé dìde tó bá ṣàtúnṣe ìlú yìí bí táwọn baba ńlá wa ṣe dé tí ọ̀wọ́n aberration kíbi military regime aberration ẹ̀yin lẹ́ni náà Ọlọ́run wa gbé dìde. Wọ́n àdúgbò pé ìjọ òréré sáàlè ṣẹlẹ̀ Nazareth bí ẹ̀yin Christian bẹ́ẹ̀ ni dáadáa ajáde ń bẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ ti ń jáde Ọlọ́run pẹ̀lú mo dúpẹ́ púpọ̀. Nígbà tí ẹ máa lọ bí láti ṣàdúrà ìtú òsì pé tí bá dé kó ń lọ jókòó ó máa lọ jókòó ní rárá o iṣẹ́ wà nílẹ̀ o. Thank God pé Ọlọ́run ó gbà ẹ̀dá ò lè gbéṣẹ́ lọ Ọlọ́run ní ìgbéyàwó lóun ṣe ń tọrọ ẹni o torí nígbà tí Jésù tó máa wọ kiri tí àwọn ọmọ ń ké Hòsánà àwọn kan ní rárá kan bá oníkẹ́ bá wọ̀ ní òkúta tó wà nílẹ̀ á fọwọ́ bọ́ ilé òtẹ́sọ̀ òkúta á ké Hòsánà. It was a vast movement. The election. General movement in the country. Ó kárí bẹ́ẹ̀ Ọlọ́run tó sì bá ń ṣe tọ́jú yín Nàìjíríà á dìbò lókìkí ó tẹ̀ tí wà on that way tó ṣọ̀fọ̀ yín àti wàrà. Ó ti máa rí nìyẹn o ìyẹn ti lọ ṣe yìí ó ti lọ nǹkan tí à ń rí ṣe tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ó yàtọ̀ tí a bá dé kan tó sọ àárín it's a different thing absolutely so we can sleep better now. Mo rò pé security wa ó ti improve o torí wọ́n pa alágbájá lẹ́yìn wọ́n gbé tọ̀hún lọ́la wọ́n ṣe ní ilẹ̀ tí ìgbáriwo ìyẹn pa ó ti lọ́lẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn fún ṣe to Remo láti dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo yín for this support. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kún fún àdúrà. Ọlọ́run ọba tó wà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ kó má dẹ̀yìn lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ láéláé. Iye tó bá parí bíṣàn ẹ̀ á sọ pé níhìn wá ràn mí lọ́wọ́ dé. Yóò wọlé lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i. Ẹ bá dáhùn. Ó tún máa wọ̀ kọ́ sí i.
Thank you very much. His Majesty is very excited this morning because the Baba Nadeko is still alive when one of the members of Nadeko is sitting as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Your Excellency, Mr. President, what His Majesty told you this morning in his 63 years experience as not just a monarch but a paramount ruler, he has told many people that they will do second term. They did and they are doing. They will also do your own as he has spoken. So shall it be. In Jesus' mighty name. Inshallah. Right now, Your Excellencies, Your Majesty, ladies and gentlemen, I have a singular honor of inviting the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1 month after he assumed office, inviting him to the microphone. I hereby call on His Excellency, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, the President.
Kabiyesi, please have your seat. Please. Kabiyesi. Kade pẹ́ lórí. Ní bàtà pẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀. Kí àwọn ọmọ yín máa pọ̀ sí. Lẹ́nìí, ẹ ti kúrò ní bàbá Nadeko, ẹ ti di bàbá president. Few people ló lè emulate your courage, your steadfastness, and your frankness. I just come to say thank you. I made a promise before the primary. I will come back. Ilẹ̀ sọ fún mi pé tẹ́ bá ní kí n má rùn kí n lọ jùlẹ̀ má jùlẹ̀ ẹni kẹlẹ́ ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ má lọ. Adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run pé ilé ìṣojú ẹ̀mí yín is enough. Ìgbà tí election kọjá tí ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ lórí fóònù òyìn lólẹ̀ agídí lẹ fi dá mi lóhùn but ìjọ tẹ fóònù ìgbé kí n fún yín ní appointment ẹ rí mi ẹ kémi fún yín ní appointment. Ẹ sọ fún mi pé ẹ fẹ́ kí n wá nìyẹn o so mi ń bọ̀. Òótọ́ ni pé Mo ò rí láti ìgbà tá a ti ṣe inauguration. Ìjọ tá a ti ṣe swearing níṣẹ́ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ó bá yín dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run pé ó ṣojú ẹ̀mí yín. Orúnkún tó yọ yín lẹ́nu á sàn o. Ọlọ́run á tó o. Nàìjíríà Ọlọ́run á tó o. Ní kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin kábíyèsí àti àwọn olóyè tó wà ní kalẹ̀. I want to say thank you very much. Ogun has been very inspirational for me. It's an homecoming for me. And I owe so much to all of you. So much to thank you for. Because the way you've taken me, the way you've responded to me, all I can say is thank you. May you live long. May you live to see a better Nigeria. Amen. A prosperous Nigeria. Thank you. Mike, thank you, my brother, for being here. We are very proud of you and your contribution to the Nigerian economy. Please have your seat. The rest, we're going to talk privacy. To all the of us, elected officials, and particularly my friend Benga Daniel. Well, we are seeing you in a new abode, Abuja. So you will have to be there with us. To many of you, thank you for being there for me and for being there for the country. You've demonstrated so much loyalty, so much commitment, voted at a very crucial time. Your monies were confiscated. The cash swap didn't work. It was terrible then. I realized that. And I came to Ogun State to invoke the spirit of freedom for which we are noted for. I invoked that spirit twice. The spirit of Baba is a Milokan. That's Baba. Being blunt, being incisive, that's him. He will tell you. And the second spirit is that money or no money, I'm eligible. I'm a wole. And that, ever since, it's been the spirit that is driving me to serve. I'm honored, Baba. I am honored. I just come to respond to whom calling, saying, I need to see you. Baba, here's your president. It is your son. Thank you. Thank you for everything. I thank God for you being alive to witness today. To witness the results of the election and pray for we, your children. You have an uncommon courage. You gave it to us. You pass it on. You utilize it to serve and to invoke the spirit of who we are as a people. Very proud people. Very honorable people. People of great character. Our diversity for our prosperity will never be forgotten. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Barika, adúpẹ́ ọjọ́ òní ṣojú wa. Your Excellency, Mr. President, with permission of His Royal Majesty, I again want to thank everyone that has come from far and near to be part of today's private visit. This visit was decided by Mr. President. I know that many more people wanted to be there, but he insisted that it is a private visit. For those that wanted to be here and cannot be here, we should please accept our apologies. I want to thank Mr. President for this very great honor. The man with uncommon grace, the man who is the testimony of tenacity, a man that Baba has described in so many ways, more than one. All the decisions he took in the last few weeks have resonated across the length of the globe. The president of the neighboring country said to you that you should consider this country as the 7 states of Nigeria. You go away. That he was submitting to the authority based on the confidence that he now has in the administration. I want to thank you for honoring our Baba. I want to thank you for honoring us. I want to thank you for making us indeed the #1 state in Nigeria. The industrial capital of Nigeria, the education capital of Nigeria, the religious capital of Nigeria, the Emilokon of Nigeria, the Ile-Iwo of Nigeria. On that note, Mr. President will have an executive session with His Royal Majesty right here. We would initially ask all others to give them some time to meet.